Well, after another lovely Walmart, and I mean that in all seriousness, parking lot experience, and we just fueled up. Fuel economy is not terrible, 9.77, and I ran the generator for a bit on 2 different days. So today we're heading for the Flight 93 Memorial, and that's still in Pennsylvania. And then we're going to go camp in West Virginia.
Turn left on Lincoln Highway.
Oh, cool.
Then turn left onto US 30 East.
We're going to be on a piece of the Lincoln Highway. Yay! There were all kinds of warnings and exhortations about trucks
US 30 East.
not taking US 30 West, warning of steep hills and sharp curves.
Continue on Lincoln Highway.
Wow, there's a 10% grade down coming up here. Starts down and then it flattens out for a moment. We're going to go to the visitor center first, get my stamp, scope stuff out. And the Tower of Voices is apparently big wind chimes. One for each of the 40 passengers, or 40 people on the flight that died. And I guess for anybody that's been living in a cave, Flight 93 is the flight that was hijacked on 9/11/2001 with the expectation that it was going to be attempted to be flown into the Capitol, and the passengers decided to fight back, and it's not known if they ever regained control of the cockpit or not, but the flight crashed at this location, and ultimately a permanent memorial was made. And we get a beautiful day today to come visit it. Looks like the leaves might be starting to turn. Huh. Well, perhaps I'll get to see some fall color before I leave the eastern part of the U.S. and work my way down to Texas. I kind of want to go down the Skyline Drive, but I don't know if that's going to be too inconvenient or not. Apparently there was some difficulty in obtaining the land for the memorial because part of it was privately, at least part of it was privately owned. What do we have here? Oh, a lot of Army equipment, looks like. Shortly after 10 a.m., a large aircraft just clears the mountain ridge before us, over that way. Its engines roar as it passes over the cluster of homes in Lambertville, wings rocking from side to side. It flies nearly overhead and disappears over the rise behind us. So that's over on this side. Yeah, it's like a bunch of trucks and graders and stuff down there. No idea.
Slight right. In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Wonder why people were parked on the grass here. Quite a few people here, actually. Buses, trailers, RVs, turn left. So this model gives you an overview of the visitor center, which is right there. And down below are Memorial Plaza and a walkway and a wetlands bridge. And up here there's another walkway and the Memorial Groves. A lot of people here today. A bunch of motorcyclists, a bunch of them have already left. I'm not sure if there was like some kind of group thing going on, because if you look over there, we got 4 Corvettes. Or maybe they just decided it'd be a fun road to drive on, because it would be for a motorcycle or a Corvette. Not so much fun for an RV. A couple of 10% grades in the 7 miles after I got off the freeway to get here. And there were a couple of old cars parked here when I walked up to the visitor center, but they're gone. Cool looking Corvettes though. That one's from Georgia. Don't know where that one's from. Got one up here from Ontario though. And don't know where that one's from. So, pretty cool. And of course there's Henry over there. I don't hear kid barking at the moment, so that's good news. I think we're going to drive down to the Memorial Walkway and hopefully find a place to park there, because it's a little over a 3-mile round trip if we walk the whole thing, and I don't think we're up for quite that much today. So this is the grove of trees, I guess, and I guess you can walk around in between them. Oh, there is a walkway there. I didn't see it before. Maybe we'll come back and do that if we can't find a place to park down below here where the wall of names is. And of course baby boy was still barking when I came back. But he's allowed on any of the trails and any of the grassy areas. So, not too bad. Slow wildlife are crossing here, not fast wildlife. It's a beautiful area. And this was going to be a slightly over 3-mile one-way walk if I did it from the parking lot up above. So we're not. I guess that's the Wetlands Bridge over there to the right. And in part we're not because there's a lot of gnats here. Hope that's not going to be an issue where I'm going to camp for the next week. But I guess I'll find out. Okay, well, not too bad walk.
With the terrorists, and we simply don't know. The last 30 minutes of Flight 93, what happens aboard that plane, we only really know from 3 sources. The first source, I already told you about, those 37 phone calls aboard the plane. The second source is information that we get from a device called the Flight Data Recorder. That device records essentially the statistics of the plane, speed, direction, altitude. And the third source and the second device that we get our information from is the cockpit voice recorder. This device basically records the sounds in and around the cockpit for the last 30 minutes of the flight. Those 2 devices, the cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder, will be recovered here. But those 3 sources are really all that we have to tell us about this plan and how it went down aboard the plane.
Well, here it is. Story of our life, Kit. No dogs beyond this point. Of course, there's that guy with his dog because he didn't understand either. So the white marble panels in the middle where all the people were standing, each one is engraved with the name of one of the 40 members of the passengers and crew. We're not allowed to walk on the black memorial walkway down here. So I'm not going to break the rules and go where that guy's going. But it's really a very well done memorial, and I got to listen to the ranger telling the story, which again was quite interesting. So yeah, definitely worth the stop. We're going to go up and check out the tower names, and I'm going to see if I can find a ranger to ask a couple questions of before we get out of here. So we're going to stop at the Tower of Names on our way out of here.
In 1¼ miles, turn left on Skyline Road.
And that'll kind of wrap up the Flight 93 memorial for us. The ranger told the story of Flight 93 very eloquently, and I got to listen to most of that, so that was cool. Well, hopefully I get to go to the Tower of Names if I go this way. Hope I'm not messing up. Guess we're gonna find out. And it was pretty crowded here. I did ask the ranger if this was typical, and she said yeah. So, kind of cool. It's the most visited national park site in western Pennsylvania, which isn't too difficult. There are, I think, only 3 of them. And I've been to the other 2 where there was basically nobody there. Did those yesterday. Yeah, I think this is gonna...
In 3/4 mile, turn right on Approach Road.
Oh, okay, good. Maybe I'll get to see it. Not quite sure why they felt like they had to build this road. Not quite sure why I felt like I had to drive on it.
In 1/4 mile, turn right on Approach Road.
Okay, so which way is the Tower of Names? And this whole memorial park was just finished in 2021. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to park there, which may be true, or if I'm supposed to continue down here.
Turn right on Approach Road.
Okay, oversized vehicle parking here. It's called the Tower of Voices. And it's 40 different wind chimes representing the 40 passenger and crew on Flight 93. There's a link on the MPS website where you can hear the chimes if it's not a windy day. And it's not really a windy day. But very cool part of the memorial. So we're going to just continue our walk on around this way. And I think I'm going to grab a snack before we get back on the road. Yeah, very cool. Spinning around in circles because Kip wound himself up around me. There's our Kit Cam. Come on, Kip. Because I'm pretty hungry. And I need to remember this. I had a Starbucks bacon, egg, and cheese croissant for breakfast. But I also had a nitro cold brew, and I think it was just way too much sugar. And so, not really sticking with me. I think I might eat a can of fish. Pretty busy place. Very well done. Okay, so we finished with the Tower of Voices and just ate some lunch. So it's about 20 after 1 and the RV GPS now says our arrival time will be about 3:27.
Approach Road.
And I'm going to follow RV GPS even though it's like 40 miles longer, 35 miles longer.
Now, turn right onto US 30 East.
In 1/2 mile, turn left on Lincoln Highway.
Although interestingly, Google is now saying a left turn is a similar ETA. So I got no idea what's going on with that. But as I said, I think better safe than sorry. I'm going to follow the RV GPS. But I love that we're getting to drive on the Lincoln Highway for a little bit. That's cool. And part of the reason I wanted to get my belly full is that when I get to the campground, I need to dump my tanks and fill up my water before I park. And I didn't want to be hangry.
Turn left on Lincoln Highway.
US 30 East.
So I wonder if we're actually going to end up going to Somerset. which, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I thought Somerset was part of the Pennsylvania Turnpike. That was one of the towns that the Pennsylvania Turnpike runs through. And I actually think I'm right about that.
Head west
In
on
4
US 30
miles,
west for
turn
Johnson
right
Valley
on
Road.
South Pine Avenue.
Continue on US 30 west for 1.5 miles.
I guess we're not going all the way back to Somerset. Sure hope Garmin knows what it's doing. Well, it only took 2 times overruling Google for it to agree with Garmin. Oh, maybe we are going to see Somerset. Well, we're certainly going to see Town, at least a little bit of it.
Turn right on East Main Street.
We'll see how long they agree for.
8 miles.
Cute little
Turn
town.
right at the stop sign. Continue on Town Road.
Huh. So, Confluence, I think, is part of the GAP Trail, Great Allegheny Passage, and I've ridden through there on my bicycle. And that could actually be really true because I'm pretty close to the corner of Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and I can't remember which state Confluence is in. But we'll see. We'll see if we go through it or not. Look at this view. Wow. Just look at it. I wonder if that's the lake I'm going to down there in the valley. It seems, well, I got 7.4 miles to go, so maybe that's where I'm going. I don't know. We're going to find out when we get there. Sure is beautiful. Welcome to Elk Garden. So we spent all that time going up, and now we're going to spend a bunch of time going down, I guess.
Turn left on Robert Craig Lane. In 3/4 of a mile, arrive at 787 Robert Craig Lane on the left.
Wow. Wow, this is gorgeous. Whoops, slow speed bump. Really pretty. Terrifyingly high for me. archery course and picnic shelter to the left. Hey Kit, are you smelling the flowers? What you doing, Kit? You going crazy? Nice looking little pond down here. We came down through the woods, but I think we're going to go back up through the road. Maybe there will be fewer gnats and whatever other little buzzy things we've got around here. And this is a very large campground. And I am now one of, sorry, I'm trying to get the bugs out of my face. I'm now one of 3 campers left. Oh, look at that. Mussel shells. Huh. I had no idea. Kit, come. Kit. Here he comes. There he goes. Yeah, the gnats are gonna make me crazy. But I'm here all week, actually. I'll be here until Friday morning. So I could kind of rest and regroup and figure stuff out, decide where I'm gonna go, make some plans, do some cooking. So this has been an awesome place for me. Here for a total of 6 nights. And it cost $66. That's 50% off with my Golden Access Pass from the National Park System. So, hard to beat. $66 for 6 nights. Pretty pleased with that. Not thrilled with the gnats, but it's kind of a thing in the East. When I get back up here by the road, I'll need to leash them back up. And yeah, I don't usually break the rules, but there's no dog park. And since there's nobody really around, he really needed some exercise. That might be one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Leave it, Kit. Leave it. Yeah. Well, look what just walked across the street in front of my rig. Yep. Oh dear. When we were out walking the other day, Kit and I spooked one. Kit thought he wanted to go chase it. Kit has not noticed this one. He's busy sleeping.